guys, it's Wendy here, and today I'm going to do a plan with me in my deluxe monthly calendar from Erin Condren. This is the planner that I use at work. This is strictly a work calendar. I use this, I have to go into meetings and I have to end up inevitably having to take some notes. And then I always have to flip back and forth and know what dates or when. So this calendar, this planner works really well for that because I have the capability of taking the notes and the dates. So first thing I want to let you know is that the kit that I'm using today for the monthly is a kit from Jump to It Designs. And this is a very cute fall monthly spread. So we're going to use this one. And then they also had a notes page. So I don't use this notes page like I normally do in my Erin Condren. I use it in my work. So I kind of set it up a little bit different, but it's nice to have this because in the notes section is a dot grid. And for me, I need a little more structure for what I track at work. There are things that I have to track on a monthly basis. So I like to use this for that. So we're going to set this part to the side and we're going to go ahead and work on the monthly. So really quick, I will show you that in the monthly, you have your monthly calendar and then you have another section where you can use it for notes. You can set it up any way you like. I have certain meetings that I go to and I'll just, put the highlight here. But then I will flip to the back where the note pages are. And then that is where I take my notes when I'm in a meeting so that I have them right here. In this particular one, I just got it as standard. I think it comes with 50 sheets. And the new one that I have ordered for next year, that one I ordered the extra paper in the back. I thought that the amount of blank note sheets that I had for the back would work for a year, but I'm finding that I'm going through them pretty quickly. So my next calendar is going to have a few more notes in the backs, so that I think that'll be very helpful. I don't know if anybody else out there are using this for work or if they're using it for home use or personal use, but that's what I use it for. So let me know what you guys are using yours for. So the first thing we're going to do is put down our header. And I'm going to try doing this without having to flip it upside down. Normally that's the way I put it in, but we're going to try not doing that this time. So let's see if we can do that. Okay, there we go. And then our next sheet, our next one. There we go. So I'm all excited. We're getting into fall. I love the fall colors. I love the weather in the fall. So I'm getting excited. So the next thing we're going to put down is our goals. I always have a difficult time getting these long ones in, but let's see. There we go. There. Alrighty. And so even though this is a work one, I do like to keep up with what the holidays are. So we're going to put those down. And it looks like we have a lot in September. So we're going to put Labor Day down. And we have Grandparents' Day. And as I said, this is strictly my work. So I try to keep all my personal stuff out of this. Now, the only thing I will tend to putting this one is I try to schedule all of my doctor's appointments or any of my outside appointments that are personal appointments. I try to put those on the day that I'm off. I'm usually off on Mondays. So I try to do that. But once in a while, I'll have an appointment that I can only get during a day that I work. So those appointments, if they pop up, I will document them in here because when I get to work my mind goes to work, and if I don't see it written there, I will forget it. So that is the only thing that I will put in here that's personal, is if I have something like that to come up. So the next thing we have is Patriots Day. And the first day of autumn. And these other holidays, I'm not going to put those in there because they are more of a religious holiday, and I just don't need to know that at work. In my personal planner, I would definitely put those down. So I want to flip back and see when my paydays are. So I have one the 31st, the 14th, and the 28th. So let's mark those. I also work on a labor and delivery floor. So for me, the phases of the moon makes a big difference for me. You know, it depends on who you talk to. They'll say, oh, the phases of the moon doesn't have anything to do with the deliveries or anything like that. But we laughingly say it's a full moon or not at work, because we can really tell when it is a full moon or even a new moon. So I like to watch when my moon phases are, so kind of get a hint of staffing for the week, so we can kind of adjust it if we need to. So that is the reason I moved that payday over just a little bit. Alrighty, so I don't need any bills due. So for my dates, I'm going to get my little tweezers out, because I cannot put these numbers in with my little fingers. And I think these are so cute. They look like leaves, but they're all cut where they go right up into the corner, so they don't take up very much space. I really like all the kits that I have bought from Jump To It Designs. I've just stocked up on a lot of their kits for this fall. So you'll see me with a lot of these kits from them. I try to try new shops. I'm not new to the planning community. I kind of find a shop that I like, and I tend to just order a lot from that one company. And so I'm trying to spread my wings and order from new companies and keep with the same ones that I like also. So I'm trying to build up a little bit of stock, and I am reaching out to try to branch out to some of the other shops on Etsy. And so far, the shops that I have ordered from, I have gotten really good products, and I really like them. So I think it's paying off to just try some of these new shops. So, but I do like these little corners, the ones with the corners. It just makes it so much easier to get them to fit in there. The round ones, I have a little bit of difficulty with the round ones. I cannot get those straight. I know one of the other YouTubers that I watch is Mrs. Mom Next Door, and she's funny because she does the same thing with her round icons. It's like they're just so much harder to get them in there. And when she pulled out, the first time I saw her and she pulled out her tweezers, I started laughing because I thought I was the only one that had to pull out the tweezers for the round icons. So I thought that was so funny. And there we go. Whoops, I just knocked that right out of frame. There we go. But I'm excited about fall coming in this year. Last year was a rough year for me and my son. It was the first year of everything since we lost my husband and his father, January of last year. So this year will be the second full year. So we're trying to get back to normal and trying to get back to the things that we did. It was just an adjustment period that first year. So this year it's almost like we're starting new traditions. And so when the holidays come in, it's really, it's sad, but it's also happy because we are making new traditions with me and him. And that is kind of fun too. My son is 21 years old, so it's a turning point. So I'm kind of looking forward to Thanksgiving and the fall and the color. So we'll see. Okay, we've almost got all these date covers down. So I've been buying up fall kits and Christmas kits. And I'm getting excited about it this year. It's going to be different, but it's, I'm enjoying looking at the different ones, and especially the winter. So I think it's going to be fun, the different holidays coming up. So... And this is a year that's, I know it's going to go by so fast, but my son is in his last year at college. So just keeping track of all the different things that's going on with him and this. So I should probably have bought a deluxe to use at home, but we'll see. Hopefully will be good. So a lot of these things are not going to apply to me because I'm not going to, they're not things that I track. However, I do have a doctor's appointment scheduled on the 5th, and I could not schedule it on the 4th because they were closed for the holiday. So I do want to mark that. Because I'm going to have to leave work and go. And if I do not, once I get into work, that's it. I start from the minute I get there. I'm running, getting things done. So if I don't see it on my desk, I will forget it. So I am going to notate that down there. And then there are certain days that we have things that we do every Tuesday, every Thursday. So I always document those. And I want to see what else we have today. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I am going to document my last huddle differently. I don't have enough boxes. So I think we'll just use all these boxes, and I will, let me see if I have a yellow or an orange sticker in the back. And I do not, but I might have. I always keep my monthly kits in the back so I can fill in when I need to. Oop, there's a yellow flag, so I can use that yellow flag. So we'll set these over to the side. Alrighty, so we always, it's called Huddle. And Huddle at the hospital that I work in is when the whole team members, all the team members come together at certain times. Clinical always gets together every change of shift, and they huddle and they go over everything that has gone on for the day, or important stuff that needs, something has changed or whatever. So we do that, and it's, like I said, it's called Huddle. But for my department, we are non-clinical, and we will participate in the clinical one so that we know what's going on. We'll go to that one, but our particular Huddle is on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I like to document that so that I remember not to schedule anything during Huddle. That is supposed to be a time that no matter what, you do Huddle so that everybody knows what's going on and what's important, and all the information that's going on in the hospital. So this last one, I am going to use a little flag. There we go. Okay, the other thing that we have is a forum, and the last one is going to be, and we usually have several days, about 8-10 days, different ones scattered through the month. So they started in August. The last one is the 18th. So to notate that one, I think I'm going to get one of these yellow flags, this last yellow flag. That way I can remind staffing that the last one, that's the last one. And we do encourage all of our employees to go to the Huddle because we learn all about the upcoming events for the hospital too. So it's always interesting in where we are in the year for the hospital. So it's important that we do that. So this is pretty much all that I can fill in right now for the month. And then I know I have 2 other meetings during the month that I always have to attend, and I have not gotten the dates for those yet. So I will put those in once I get back to work. So this is how the spread looks right now for the monthly. And so now we're going to put down this sheet for the notes page. So let's see if we can get this one off of here. There we go. Now this one went down so easy last month, and I'm hoping it does the same this month, but I do want to flip this way. And I think I did it upside down last time. So let's see if we can get this in frame here. So we are going to, I think if I line it up with the edge of the page, it's just really hard when and it's a full page. There we go. And then it just lays down perfect. Alrighty, so now we can turn this back around this way. So, at work there's certain, like I said before, there's certain things that we track, and so I like to use this page for that. And in my personal monthly and note spread, I always cover this page up and I put photos, but since this is my work monthly calendar planner, I don't do that. I just leave it the way it is. The color really doesn't bother me at work because I don't flip to this page. Usually once at the beginning of the month, toward the middle of the month, and then at the end of the month, because I like to track to make sure I'm handing out spotlights to the employees that are going above and beyond. And so I like to track it to make sure I'm keeping up with that and that they're going up. And then anything important for the month that's coming up, I like to, document it. Last month we had a upgrade on our software, so I put that in there so it would catch my eye as soon as I flipped over that what the date was and what time. So that is what I use these pages for. So that is my monthly spread and my Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly. And as I said, this is the one that I use for work. So I appreciate everybody being with me today, and I hope you like and subscribe and comment to this video, and I hope to see you again soon. And don't forget to hit the notification bell, and that way you get notified of any Plan With Me's or any other videos that I do. So if you'll click on the bell, that would be great. Thank you. Hope to see you again, guys. Bye.